What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. It is episode number 72, returns down the back of our win over Brescia. Great start to the season for Bologna. Yes, we've had a couple of draws, including in the Serie A against Inter, and in our Champions League phase opener to Lille. How we didn't win that game, I don't know, but right now, top of the table, unbeaten, 4 wins in our first 5 games, and yeah, pretty decent start, I'd say, to our second year at Stadio Renato dell'Ara. So yeah, lots of games to get through today in both the league and in Europe, starting with Venezia away in Venice, plus we'll have match days 2 and 3 at the Champions League phase, and I'm really excited to take on Bayern away from home at the Allianz. So, yep, loads of games. We'll crack straight on. Our first game is indeed away against Venezia in Venice, as we go for what will be our 5th win in our first 6 games in the league. Aim to stay in pole position. Fantastic start, but got to keep it going for Bologna. Yeah, fantastic start. Still don't know how he didn't beat Lille, by the way. For those who didn't watch the last episode, oh my god, that's got to be one of the most one-sided games I've ever played. And yet somehow I didn't leave with 3 points. But anyway, yeah, it's been a great start. And as we always say, like, when you've got to a good start like this, it's brilliant. It's fantastic. But don't lose momentum. You know, don't take your foot off the gas pedal. Keep it on the accelerator. And keep on getting those wins as Sarkisian shot is blocked. It will drop to Hassan. Lovely flick to beat his man. And still Hassan. We'll take the free kick right there. Thank you very much. As Moses goes down, should just be a booking. But yeah, excellent start to the season. Let's keep it going here. Zaluski to take. Signing that new extension. Our left back almost scored our first free kick since joining Bologna. That's why I've always found it really hard in my life to enjoy the rare moments when things are going well. And unfortunately, they are far and few between. I have to be honest. But during the times in my life as Accusations is denied, where things are going alright, you know, life is okay. You know, I can never really enjoy it because I always feel like it's going to come to an end at some point. I just always feel like that. And I always feel like I don't deserve it, or you know, I'm gonna bottle it, fumble the bag, if you will. You know, Sissoko is also denied there, as we still find ourselves tied. But I also think I've got to keep this up for as long as I can, and I cannot afford to let things drop, because when it does come to an end, I'm gonna need to fall back on this this period of time and know I've got something to cover me when things aren't going well. It's the mindset of the constantly anxious. It never allows you to enjoy any good thing. Yeah, it's like when things are going well, you're kind of suspicious of it. Do you know what I mean? It's the best way of putting it. Is Bellini finally fires us into a lead after a dominant start. But where are the away fans over there? But it's like I can just never enjoy anything, because I always believe it's going to come to an end at some point, or I'll bottle it, or I'll fumble it, and it will be all my fault. And you can never really enjoy anything. You know, you can never really enjoy the moment, because you feel like the moment's going to pass you, and it's going to be back to the familiar feeling of fear, you know, and negativity, and it's not a nice space to be in. And I've had this, as long as I can remember, really, just constant dread, constant anxiety. Even when things are going well, you still feel on edge, you know? Yeah, I'm sure you've heard of the saying, hope for the best but prepare for the worst. When you've got chronic anxiety, it's more like a variety of that saying. It's more like, expect the worst, prepare for the worst. And even when it's not the worst, believe the worst is yet to come. You know, you never really feel settled. It's a horrible space to be in. But unfortunately, one that many of us, I'm sure, will know all too well. Sarkisian denied, 6 to play, and almost there. It's been a dominant display, just like the game in France. All it's been missing is the second goal. And hopefully, unlike that game, it's not going to be deja vu and the same thing happening again. Nope, this time around we will hold on and grind out the winning clean sheet and extend the run as well. Unbeaten in all competitions. Another win in the Serie A, and as things stand, still in pole position. But like I said, expect the worst. You can't slow down. You can't allow yourself to be complacent. You've just got to keep your foot on the gas pedal and keep going as hard as you can. Yep, a near perfect start in the Serie A, but as for matters in Europe, on the back of a disappointing draw away in France on match day 1, now going home for our first game in Europe at the Stadio Renato dell'Ara, Borussia Mönchengladbach. And we said it, with the 8 fixtures we've got, incredibly tough games. Bayern, Manchester City, really, really tough fixtures. We've got to make sure we get enough wins on the board to at least qualify, let alone with a bye finishing in the top 8. Our home form, I think, is going to be crucial. Let's get our first European win this season. Mönchengladbach at home. Forza Bologna. Yeah, can't slow down. Can't lose focus, because you know what's coming. And you know, when I looked at the fixtures we had for this league phase, I had to say I was feeling a little bit worried. You know, most times when there's a European draw, I hate to sound arrogant, which is why I always kind of downplay my chance. But I always think, oh yeah, I think I've got a good chance there. I think we can top that group. I think we can get through that pretty comfortably. When I looked at these fixtures, not this year, not this year. That win against Lille would have been priceless had we held on. Dropping 2 points right at the end. These are tough fixtures, and the toughest ones are still yet to come. Sissoko denied, and we still trail early. Yeah, with no disrespect to Mönchengladbach and Lille, I'd say these are two of the easier fixtures we had. You know, when you've got to go to St James's Park against Newcastle, that's not going to be easy. When you've got Bayern Munich in our match day 3, when we've got Sissoko is denied by Dean Henderson. Manchester City as well. It's some very tough games. Haven't we got Barcelona as well? Is it Barcelona we're facing? I think we've got a Spanish side. Yeah, I think it's Barcelona. But it's tough. It's going to be really tough to get through this. Never mind top 8. Just even making the playoffs is going to be tough. Do very well to be getting through this. First season back in the Champions League, I'm not even sure we'll make it past the league phase. You've got to remember as well, the quality of some of these teams we're going to be facing has increased massively as well since the save began, so... Oh, finally, Sissoko hits the back of the net. It's going to be tough. And out to play, still down by 1, as things stand set for our first loss of the season, but there's still time. We would have come back kings last season, we can do it again. Let's go. Oh, ball. Control. Fit. Oh, no. Side netted from Sissoko. Man, I've had the chances. Just finishing has not been there. And it's one of the reasons why, as we often say, it makes this game so hard to play. Like, the AI, they score with, like, the majority of the chances they have. You may need, let's say, 3 or 4 more chances compared to the one they need. Really, we should not be down in this game, man. My finishing just has not been on par with Mönchengladbach's. It will have. Let's go. There we go. This time, Sissoko. 18 to play. Can we find a winner? I love Sissoko, man. Seriously. You know, I don't know how many years we're going to be at Bologna. I don't just want to leave with one Serie A. I'd like to win them a European honour. We've never won one in history, I believe, so it'd be cool to win them one. But... oh, Sissoko goes down. When we do go, I want to take Amin with me. Just like we took Moses and Koleosho here, I want to take Amin to wherever we go next. And as the play continues, Michel makes a really important save as Sissoko is slowly getting back to his feet. But that looks more than just a bruise, and that is a big blow, man. Of all the players to go down, he's the one we can't afford. As Cesar finds space. And Moses, oh, go with the right foot, mate. I can't stand it when they shoot on their weaker foot. End-to-end thriller, and once again, coming back to claim a result, as we did so often last season on our way to winning the championship. We've done so on match day 2 in Europe, but I'm just going to get straight back to the main menu, man, because I'm worried about that. Amin going down, his brace ensuring we claimed a point, but how bad was the injury as we draw our first 2 in Europe this season? If Sissoko's done for, let's say, 2-3 months, we're going to be in big trouble, as he is just so good. 5 days, thank goodness for that. And bizarrely enough, he's recovered in time to play the following game as well at home to Fiorentina. So once again, he will start as we welcome the lads from Tuscany to the Stadio Renato Dall'Ara. That's a surprise. 5 days. That wasn't 5 days. I think something's going on there. Sissoko with a little PED. But anyway, Fiorentina, that would explain his fantastic performances. Fiorentina at home in the following game. Forza Bologna. Check the blood work. Yeah, something tells me that Amin's going to get a phone call on Monday morning from the Italian FA, randomly selected for a drug test. Because right now, I mean, how do you explain this? Coming back from the 5-day bruise so quickly. And the performance is sensational. Something's going on. Amin's on the HGH. He's just banged in the opener. And he's on that. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. Bruised elbow. You don't have a bruised elbow, mate. Come on. No. Something's going on there. Seriously. Reminds me of a few years ago when Caruso was still on the Lakers. And in the off-season, there were like Photoshop pictures of him in the gym where he just looked absolutely buff. Literally the next day after they went viral, he got randomly selected for a drug test. The pictures weren't even real. But yeah, the NBA, they were just gonna make sure there, gonna make sure. I'd imagine the same with Sissoko, no doubt about it. They saw him limp off the pitch at the final whistle on Wednesday and thought, how's this guy starting on Saturday as well? He looked way too hurt, as he's going to get his second in what is an absolutely flying start. Yes, I mean, turn your phone off on Sunday night and don't turn it on until Tuesday. Any emails I get from the Italian FA, I'm moving them straight to the junk folder. I've got an international break after this, so everyone can stay out there and burn their energy. I don't know if you guys are the same as me, but like when I know I'm going into an international break, it's like play the players until they're exhausted. You know, it's the bleep test for 90 minutes. Just run. You've got 2 weeks to recover. And granted, we did get an injury on international duty last season, but they're so rare, it's worth the risk. I mean, it's like 1 in, I don't know, like 500 international breaks you might get an injury. They're so rare, so you might as well just run the players into the ground. And speaking of running, I mean Sissoko, Sissoko on for a hat-trick. He is, I mean, right now, he isn't stop him. Oh, as he should have got the match ball there. Had he not broken his toe midway through the season last year, I feel so confident he would have been Golden Boot winner, if not second in scoring. He was that good. And his Sarkisian is dispossessed. Fiorentina will clear, but when he's in the team, you know those sort of like safe players, like when a player's in the team, you just feel safe with them in there. That's Amin Sissoko for me. It was like Gibbs White in my Ipswich team. When he was in the team, I was like, I feel safe, I feel comfortable. That's Sissoko in this lineup. Every time he's on the pitch, I'm like, we'll be all right. We got Amin. Do you know what I mean? I guess it's probably how Chelsea feel at times with Cole Palmer. I mean, this guy's just, flags up. Really want to get in that match ball, man. 16 to get it. 3 to go. Can I get Sissoko that hat-trick, man? It'll be his first, I think, in the save. Love to get him there as Bellini charges forward. He's been great to start the season off too. There's Zalewski on the overlap. I've got Moses taking men away. Fabian. There he is. There it is. There it is. Come on. Amin Sissoko, I was playing for it, man. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I have to be honest. Sometimes I'm playing for one particular player, and in this game, I don't think you can blame me. He's been that good to start the season off, and this game has showed it. Bruised elbow? What bruised elbow? Nothing a little can't fix. Oh, Amin Sissoko. Yeah, turn that phone off, mate. Turn that phone off, because I know the Italian FA are watching that. And don't worry, I ain't gonna open the door when I get a knock on it on Monday morning, man. Stay away. HGH, never heard of it. What are you talking about? Honestly, I don't know what people are suggesting, man. You don't need to do any blood work on this guy. He's all right. He's okay. Oh, he's got an international duties. He's flown back to Mali. Sorry, he's got the African Cup of Nations qualifiers. He can't answer your call right now, mate. He's on the plane. Sorry. Oh dear. International break saves everything. Right, but on the back of it, when we do return, it will be Milan away at the San Siro. Heading into this one, a meeting between last year's top two. Or did Milan drop to third last year? To finish in third behind Napoli? Well, it was second or third, runners up to us regardless, but this season they are in second, and it's a meeting of the only two undefeated sides to start the season off. We've got a 2-point gap on them as we travel to the San Siro, but a win here, we'll go 5 clear and remain the only unbeaten side in the Serie A this season. That is what I want. Not going for the draw, but going for a big win. Milan away at the San Siro. I'd say probably our main rival since we joined Bologna so far. Forza Bologna. What a great start to the game, I'll be honest. It's still tied at 0-0. Pablo Torres is pass cut out. Caleb Akoli. You know, I've gone with him for this game here. Biggest domestic game of the season so far. This season, I've brought in Scalvini, club record signing, the only signing we've made. I'm preferring Akoli. I'm giving him some minutes after we sold Pacho. He's keeping Scalvini on the bench right now, man. He's off to a flyer this season. There's Kovacevic. He'll always be starting in CB robs Liam Delap. Still 0-0. Tense first half. Like, one of those games where you often see it, like, two teams, really good sides, but both know what's at stake. Both know neither can afford to lose, even so early on in the season, and especially so in the Serie A, when a tiebreaker is head-to-head before goal difference. You don't want to lose that first battle with a title rival, and when that's the case, oftentimes the games are like this. Very nervy, very cagey, not really what you call free-flowing, because neither side can afford to take an early L. And Torre has his pass cut out by Okoli. A little bit unlucky there, though, as Michel makes a good save on Delap. Ricocheting straight back to the attacker. How often do we see that in this year's FC? Thankfully, Leonardo on hand to make the save. Second half underway. Are we going to see a bit more bravery from both teams? Or is this set to finish as a dead heat 0-0? Here's Sarkisian. He's got Bellini with him, who's been sensational this season. Bellini skips away! He's been one of the players of the season and started a campaign, and he's just hit a big breakthrough. Milan's so close to taking the lead. Bologna got up the other end and draw first blood in an early season title battle. I'll be honest here, for those of you that use skill moves in FC, you'll know this year that skill move right there is the most overpowered one of... Oh, Sissoko! Sissoko! Couldn't get a shot away of this year. You know, every year there's always like one overpowered skill move. Do you remember back in FIFA 15 when the Berber spin was literally a cheat code? You just went down the flank, did the Berber spin, and you were inside every single time. The defenders literally couldn't cope with it. Now it's been nerfed, if you will. But yeah, that skill move this year is the overpowered one. You'll know it. I know it. It's, I wouldn't say an easy way to get inside, but it works, I'd say, 4 times out of 5. Delap's shot is easily saved by Michel, and we still lead for now. So for those that don't know what the skill move is, by the way, it's like a variation of a heel-to-heel flick. It's not the actual heel-to-heel flick, but you do it by holding down the left trigger on PlayStation and doing a fake shot in the same direction as the way you're going. But the defenders, they can't cope with it. It always seems to buy you a little yard or half a yard of space, and as we know, with the quickest players and with the agile players, that's enough to get away a lot of the time. Speaking of, Sarkisian steps inside. Who's there? I mean, Sissoko's shot blocked by Gabia and turned behind for a corner. 7 minutes to play. Haven't made a change, haven't needed to. As things stand, we are going to see out a massive win in the title battle and become the only undefeated side remaining in the division to start the campaign off. What a priceless win this will be at the San Siro, if we can hold on. Lewis to Sarkisian. Jinks away. He's got Koleosha with him. I'll try and dink him over the top of Theo Hernandez. And Theo, the wrong side. It's always dangerous for a defender, and that's the case, so we can pull the trigger. But it's not going to matter. Massive, 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 massive. And to start this season off domestically, it's been fantastic. If we didn't slip up to Inter, we would be perfect right now. But there's nothing wrong with 6 wins in 7, no defeats, and top now by 5 points as well. Huge win away at the San Siro, running it back for the new year as Bellini's game winner ensures we take a gap at the top of the table early doors. Long way to go though. Yeah, I mean, just like we were saying earlier though, you can't rest on your laurels, man. Like you literally cannot afford to get too big for your boots and too full of yourself, man. This is top level football. You start taking that foot off the gas pedal. Believe me. What's that lyric in Forever with Eminem on the Drake song? Sleep on me, your pillow is where that head will lie, or something. I don't know, but you can't afford to be caught napping. Absolutely not. It's a great start in the Serie A. Not a great start in Europe though. Yet match day 3 will be our penultimate game today. It is Bayern away at the Allianz. Back-to-back draws. It could have been a lot worse though on the back of going 2-0 down against Mönchengladbach on match day 2. But once again facing a German side, this time away from home, as we go for our first European win of the season. But honestly, based on our start in Europe this year, I would just take a point here in one of the toughest of the 8 games we've got. Bayern away on match day 3. Forza Bologna. So annoying that the Allianz isn't in the game. San Siro's not in the game either. I mean, there's so many iconic stadiums that aren't in the game, and you know, we speak about it often. Like the more real stadiums, the better it is, because it just helps with the immersion. You know, like playing Inter away at the San Siro or AC, like in that game there, it's like, but it's not the San Siro, and they haven't got their kits, and it's just like, it just breaks the immersion. Do you know what I mean? At least for Bayern, they've got the licensing of the team, just not the stadium. And it always reminds me of that Lionel Hutz quote in The Simpsons when he goes, "Can you imagine a world without lawyers?" And he's just imagining everyone just like singing and dancing around a rainbow or something. And it's just like a picturesque kind of perfect world. I kind of find that way about like copyright rules at times as well. It's like, can you imagine if we didn't have to deal with these sort of things and everything could just be exactly the way we want it? Utopia. Sadly, only exists in our minds. And before anyone comes for me, I do understand why it needs to be that way. I am an adult, unfortunately. There's, great offload, Sarkisian and Cancellieri holds it up so Sissoko can get another one. Could have scored with Cancellieri, but right now with this guy on fire, when you do notice a player is on fire, keep feeding in the ball. You know, when he's red hot, when he's got the, I was gonna say hot hand like in basketball. I guess in this case it'll be hot feet. Getting a bit scalesy here, but you know, when you've come on, let's not kink shame here. When you've got a player that's on fire, keep feeding him, keep feeding the ball. He's on fire, man. So keep getting the ball at every opportunity, and he won't let you down. Another one for Amin, and Bologna into the early lead away at Bayern. But we had the lead against Lyon. Look what happened. Long way to go. Can't rest. To be fair, I feel a bit sorry for Scholes because it clearly wasn't what it looked like. Genuinely, like, it's one of the rare times where it actually wasn't. You know, apparently his daughter had a splinter in her toe or something, and he was getting it out that way. Look, it was a weird way to get it out. I've never heard of someone getting a splinter out by sucking it, I'll be honest, but imagine your wife walking in on that, though. Can you imagine, like, seriously, your wife walks in and you've got your daughter's foot in your mouth, and it's like, look, it's not what it looks like. Sure, Paul, sure. I was just sucking a splinter out of her toe. Sure you were, Paul. Sure. Genuinely. Oh, dear. 2-0. Anyway, what a win this is going to be, man. Massive. Oh, this is going to be an absolutely excellent win. One of our wins of the season, no doubt about it. I mean, going away to Bayern after no wins in our first 2 in Europe. And oh, my word. Winning comfortably, convincingly, and with class as well. As Tigran says, God, that's like me when I'm playing FC. What a goal. What a goal. And, you know, this season, I've said it, he's not really been the same since he's came back from injury, but it's moments like that that show you he's still got the ability to become one of the best box-to-box midfielders in the world, man. That is one of the goals of our tenure so far at Bologna. 25 yards, hits it with the boot, the right boot I should say, clips it in off the bar. Just like it's so easy when playing video games. 3-0, points in the bag, and our first win in Europe confirmed. What a goal. Oh, no, come on, don't lose the clean sheet, Bologna does ensure Bayern get one back. And that will ruin the clean sheet for Michel. It's so frustrating when you've had like complete control of the game for the most part, and then you drop the clean sheet later. It's like, okay, fair enough. In the grand scheme of things, the points are in the bag. We know they're heading back home to Italy, but it's like, come on, man, don't lose concentration. You can't afford to. We know this. So it just takes away from the perfection a little bit. Do you know what I mean? It's like to win 3-0 or to win 3-1. It's like, look, they're both really good wins, but one is clearly better than the other. I mean, obviously. And to know you shut a team out in their own backyard, it's such a great feeling. As Sarkisian's going to go for it again and almost got his second from range. As we still lead by 2. But points are in the bag, though. Points are in the bag. It's not the perfection of a result we were hoping for, but most crucially, it is our first win in Europe this season. And Lord knows we needed it. We've got tough games, really tough fixtures, and this is our first European win. After none of our first 2, we really needed that. Yeah, let's do one more game. We'll end on this. Juve at home right now, 6 behind us in the table, but they can cut the gap to 3 with a win at the Estadio Renato Dall'Aria. But a win for us here, and Milan slipping up once again, and we could go even further clear than the 5 we are right now. Still undefeated in our first 8 games with 7 wins and just a solitary draw. And I'm going to try and keep this going for as long as we can. Let's get another win. And like I said earlier, you just can't afford to rest, man. Seriously, because you know tough times are around the corner. Let's hope they don't start here. Forza Bologna. It's been a fantastic start to the season. This is a Coley who once again is preferred to club record signing Scalvini in the back line. What a start to the campaign he's had, and what a start to the campaign we've had as well. But I'm not surprised by this though, because again, even though... Oh, Koleosho is just not working for him, man. Try as he might. The exasperated sigh there, you can see it visible. I'm not surprised by that. we didn't need to make change in the summer. We won the Serie A last year, and I've said this before. I've never understood why teams who have won a title the year before decide to make major changes for the following season. Why? You just won. You've done it before. You can do it again the following season. It's not like 10 years have passed and all your players are too old. No, run it back. Run it back. As Kovacevic is denied. And Sissoko also has a shot saved by Rasmussen. But you won it last season, you can win it again. Don't blow the side up, man. That said to me that the 2020 Lakers is a great example of that. Why they made major changes for the following season on the back of winning a championship, I do not know. And I'm not surprised when they haven't been able to get back to that kind of level since then. Anyway, still leading by 1. Excellent start. Still tied at 0-0. Excellent start, and we should be leading by 1. That youth goalkeeper is on absolute flames out there. Save after save, ensuring the deadlock is not broken yet. As Lacroix gets it off the line as well. Let's go. Bellini to Sarkisian. We've got Koleosho to the right. Sissoko's there as well. Oh, please, Luca, please. You need this. Well, if not a goal, then an assist. It's something. It's a direct contribution, man. And when you're really struggling, you'll take whatever you can get in the stat sheet, bro. Man, I'm trying so hard with this is the thing with Koleosho as well. It's like we're doing all the right things with him. It's just not coming off. But when that's the case, we often say it, when you're doing all the right things, you're just not getting the breakthrough. Don't stop doing all the right things. Eventually, you got to believe, man. You got to have the faith. Eventually it'll work out for you. Not a goal, but an assist for who else but Amin HGH Sissoko. He's got another one. Sissoko playing with a chip on his shoulder, man. You can tell. He wants that golden boot. He should have won it last year, and he would have won it last year had it not been for the injury. And that's why this season, can you blame him? Can you blame him for juicing? He's got a chip on his shoulder, man. He wants that golden boot. He deserves it as Hassan is denied. And we still lead by 1. Excellent performance. Still only having that slender advantage though. Not going to rest until we get a second. Almost there as we're looking to go further clear at the top. Tchouaméni to Vlahovic. No. As Michel says, keep it calm. Let's just grind this out. And with 5 on the clock, game management. As we know these points are in the bag. Once again, another clean sheet. And once again, Caleb has been brilliant. Dusan Vlahovic, man. He's in that back pocket. And he ain't getting taken out until the 90 plus X minutes have been played. And this is the dagger. And oh, it should have been. Man, had we not missed so many chances, we would have won this game big, like 4 or 5-0. But whilst we won't extend our goal scoring and goal difference record, it is another win as we probably extend our gap at the top of the table as well. Bologna absolutely flying out of the blocks to start the season off, and after winning that championship last season, like I said, man, we ain't slowing down. We cannot afford to in top level football. But that'll do it for today's episode of Career, guys. Big fan if you enjoyed it. If you had, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode where we'll play match days 4 and 5 of the Champions League, including my return to England as we're off to St James's Park, and more games in the Serie A as we try and stay top of the table and undefeated. Have a great day, much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.